Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside the Cage, where we bring you the latest and exciting updates of UFC. Sean O'Malley has capability and heart to upset Aljamain Sterling at UFC 292. Let's start from the interesting take of the UFC world. Javier Mendez has a really interesting estimates on the upcoming fight between Sean O'Malley and Aljamain Sterling. And definitely, he believes that O'Malley has all the ability to dethrone the reigning bantamweight champion. The Battle of Wills! However, it's going to be a classic striker versus grappler matchup. And if O'Malley can defend Sterling's takedowns, Mendez thinks he'll have a huge advantage on the feet. It's an obvious fight, Mendez told the Schmo. For Sterling, he can't beat him in the stand-up. He's not going to beat O'Malley in the stand-up. He has to close the gap, get on his back. If Sterling can do that, which he's very much capable of doing, it's going to be a bad night for O'Malley. But if O'Malley can keep it off the floor, keep it at a distance, and use his great striking, it could be an upset. To be honest, Mendez couldn't help but be impressed with O'Malley's showing against Peter Yan at UFC 280. It was a close fight, and while Mendez personally thought Yan should have been awarded the win, he couldn't deny the resilience O'Malley displayed. Going the distance with a former champion like Yan is no easy feat, but it just goes to show O'Malley's determination and ability to hang tough in the face of adversity. O'Malley has that capability and he's got the heart, Mendez said. He proved it when he fought Peter Yan. He proved that he had the heart because he got lumped up pretty good. He came back, so I was impressed with O'Malley. I didn't think he won that fight, but regardless, I was impressed. He's got the heart of a lion, and he goes to fight. He proved that in that fight, so you can't count O'Malley out no matter what. Justin Gaethje praises Dustin Poirier's recent wins over Conor McGregor. Here, Justin Gaethje's positive words towards Dustin Poirier for his victories against Conor McGregor are truly heartwarming. It's wonderful to see that kind of sportsmanship and respect among fighters. Gaethje clearly recognizes Poirier's accomplishments inside the octagon, particularly those back-to-back wins against a notable opponent like McGregor. While it's a testament to Poirier's skill and dedication, and it's great to witness Gaethje acknowledging and appreciating. So yeah, it's exciting to see these two incredible fighters on a collision course once again, as they're set to rematch at UFC 291 in July. Their first fight at UFC on Fox 29 was an instant classic, with Poirier securing a fourth-round finish and handing Gaethje his second consecutive UFC loss. Since then, both fighters have had an impressive run, amassing identical records of 6-2 in their next 8 octagon appearances, with their only losses coming to former champions Khabib Nurmagomedov and Charles Oliveira. Interestingly, despite their history and the upcoming rematch, there's no bad blood between Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier. They are actually competing for the vacant BMF championship, a ceremonial title left vacant after Jorge Masvidal's retirement. Gaethje appreciates Poirier's recent performances, particularly his 2 stoppage victories over Conor McGregor in 2021. The rematch is highly anticipated, especially after McGregor's unfortunate leg injury during their last bout at UFC 264. While Gaethje hasn't had the chance to face McGregor himself, he admires Poirier's ability to defeat him twice in the cage. It's a proof to the respect and admiration that Gaethje holds for Poirier's skills as a fighter. He's a dog, Justin Gaethje stated on the DC and RC podcast regarding Dustin Poirier. What he's done to McGregor the last couple of fights, that was super impressive. I always love to see that dude get broken. So this guy's a dog. He continued, I know I'm going to have to be perfect. There's no need for animosity. We're 2 of the best and most violent athletes in the sport. We love what we do, we love the carnage, and we're both content with what we're about to put ourselves through. So what do you make of these comments from Justin Gaethje? Do you think they hold merit? It'll be interesting to see how things unfold at the upcoming UFC 291 event and whether his remarks prove to be justified. Greg Hardy, face-planted in latest knockout loss. Recently, it's been quite a challenging journey for Greg Hardy in his athletic career. After being ousted from football due to various issues, including domestic abuse allegations, he turned to the octagon for a fresh start. Initially, the Prince of War showed promise, but his grappling weaknesses were soon exposed, leading to 3 consecutive stoppage losses and ultimately his departure from the sport. Since then, Hardy has ventured into the boxing ring, participating in both gloved and ungloved bouts. Although he suffered a devastating defeat in his bare-knuckle fighting championship debut earlier this year, he managed to maintain an undefeated record, 2-0, as a professional boxer until recently. During his Team Combat League boxing match against Alexander Flores, things took a turn for the worse. Hardy hit the canvas twice in the 17th round, both times due to a powerful left hook. It's worth noting that this same punch was also the downfall in one of his final UFC fights against Tai Tuivasa. It appears to be a recurring issue for the former defensive end, and it poses a significant challenge for him to overcome, a cruel face of defeat. Overall, Greg Hardy's athletic career has been fraught with obstacles and setbacks, both inside and outside the octagon. It remains to be seen how he will navigate these challenges and whether he can make a successful comeback in his chosen combat sports. Only time will tell. Conor McGregor unleashes titanium shin bone on Ultimate Fighter contestant, moving towards another notorious action of McGregor. He claimed that he suffered a devastating injury during his fight with Dustin Poirier at UFC 264 in July 2021. He fractured his tibia and fibula, which required a lengthy recovery period. But for now, he's back on his feet and fully fit, gearing up for a comeback bout against Michael Chandler. During the initial stages of his recovery, McGregor expressed great confidence in the strength of his left leg. After undergoing surgery and having a metal rod inserted, he believed that his leg would be even stronger than before. Words of wisdom. What I needed was a titanium shin bone, and now I've got a titanium rod from the knee to the ankle. The doctor says it's unbreakable, McGregor said days after UFC 264. Once I keep building back, playing with the balance, then build the strength, and I have an unbreakable titanium leg. I'm like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator 2. I've got all the tools to do this, and I'm going to do it. It's been 2 years since fans have eagerly anticipated Conor McGregor's return to the octagon in a real fight. Finally, their wait might be over as he is expected to face off against Michael Chandler in an event scheduled for this December. In the meantime, McGregor and Chandler recently teamed up as coaches for a season of the MMA reality TV show, The Ultimate Fighter. The show brings fighters together under one roof, competing for a coveted UFC contract. A feat for eyes, whereas McGregor, known for his dedication as a coach since his first appearance on the show in 2015, once again embraced the role. While things got a bit intense when he was sparring with Landon Quinoni. Later, he released a powerful left kick to the liver, dropping Quinoni and showcasing the power of his seemingly unbreakable leg. This glimpse of McGregor's lethal leg strike serves as a warning to Chandler and anyone who may underestimate the striking prowess of the Irish fighter. It's a reminder that McGregor possesses the ability to deliver devastating blows. That's why fans are eagerly waiting to witness the clash between these two tough opponents. Dustin Poirier opens as slight underdog to Justin Gaethje, despite winning first fight. Lastly, it's quite surprising for some fans to learn that Dustin Poirier was initially considered the underdog in his second matchup against Justin Gaethje. Their first meeting took place back in 2018, and it was a competitive battle up until that point. Now, after more than 5 years, they are set to face each other once again for the UFC's BMF title at UFC 291 on July 29, 2023. Interestingly, despite his previous win, Justin Gaethje opened as the early favorite with odds of -125, while Dustin Poirier was considered the underdog with odds of +105. However, the UFC betting odds have since shifted, and Poirier is now the favorite with odds around -130 on most betting sites. Gaethje, on the other hand, has become the new underdog, with odds of +106. This means that a $130 bet on Poirier would return $100 if he wins, while a $100 bet on Gaethje would yield a $106 payout in the event of an upset. Although they have both defeated Michael Chandler and held interim titles, but were unable to unify the belts. Additionally, they have both experienced losses against formidable opponents like Khabib Nurmagomedov and Charles Oliveira. Now, heading into their rematch, both fighters are coming off recent wins. adding to the anticipation and excitement surrounding this highly anticipated bout. All right, guys, that's all for today. Thanks for watching till the end. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to stay updated about our future videos. See you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.